But think about that. You need to know to stay financially healthy. Which products are giving you the best profit? In my own business, it was always the apparel. We could do very well with apparel. So figure out in your business which products. It's really a great idea at the beginning of the year to really do an analysis of which products you're making the most money on, which suppliers you're making the most profit with. Ask for deposits. I said never be embarrassed to ask for a deposit. It's really important, and if you can get full payment up front, that's even better. That's even better. Set up a merchant account. I highly recommend that you take credit cards. Even though you're going to pay a percentage to the credit card company, the money will be in your bank. And it's worth it rather than have to go out and collect money. And this is all based on my real life industry experience. It'll make a big difference. You might want to consider giving people a 1% discount if they pay in 10 days. Some of our suppliers do that. And take advantage of it if they do that. If you've got money in the bank, take advantage of that discount. And as I said, look for the top suppliers, the suppliers that are rated really well, that have been in the industry for a while, like Fields, who's sponsoring this. And I have a whole preferred supplier list that I'm happy to share with anybody after the seminar. But look for suppliers that are devoted to the promotional products industry, not fly-by-night suppliers. Look for the supplier ratings in the industry. Have they won industry awards, like PPAI awards? You know, do they have case histories on their website? What's their customer service like? That's really going to make a difference in the financial health of your business. Any questions before we move on? Because I know I've covered a lot. So any questions at all? Okay, we talked a little bit about suppliers, and I say less is more when choosing suppliers. I'm all for, you're going to walk the show floor, and I think you should be open to new suppliers. I think that's important. But I also think it's important to have a core group of suppliers that you give the bulk of your business to. And the reason being is that when you give the bulk of your business to a core group of suppliers, they're going to get to know you. You're going to have probably a customer service rep that knows your company there. They're going to bend over backwards to help you. You're going to build up credit with them. Most likely, you'll be able to get some free samples or maybe better pricing from them, and it will make your bookkeeping a lot easier. So how do you choose the best supplier? Well, is their customer service rep knowledgeable when you call on the phone? Do they call you back in a timely fashion? Do they offer quality and event date guarantees? You know, what do they do if there's a problem on an order? And sometimes that can happen. And if there's a problem in an order, what do they do? You know, what's their procedure for that? Do they carry a large inventory, which is important? Do they have a website with ideas for selling their products? All those things are important. Are they dedicated to industry education? All those things are important. So that's how you choose the best suppliers. I know that I have had people contact me and they'll say, what supplier has the lowest price on coffee mugs or pens? I would never pick a supplier that way because lowest price does not mean best quality. And I'm sure all of you know, and maybe some of you have had experiences with this. If you choose the wrong supplier, who looks bad?
You. do.
You do, right? Right. So you want to work with quality suppliers like Fields, who's sponsoring this, like the other suppliers in the industry who have won industry awards, who have been around for a while, who have those websites that are really great. So it's really important. Yes, Michelle?
I would add to that list too, that they have a good sales rep, because that has been really invaluable for our business, so that if there is a problem,
Right.
they'll step in and help me with it. If I need something special, they'll step in and help me with that. If there's something new coming out, I'm going to be the first to know. Because those relationships have really been key for us.
You know, Michelle, I think that's a great point. Now I'm going to repeat what she said. You're talking about an outside sales rep, right?
A sales rep from that vendor company.
That would come and visit you. Okay, outside sales reps that are from that company or multi-line reps that represent a few different companies will be invaluable to you in building your business. They will come to your office, they'll give you ideas, they'll get you free samples. Sometimes they will even come with you on an order. I've had that happen, and that can be absolutely fantastic for you. But they'll intervene if there's a problem on an order. So the other reason to work with only quality suppliers is you have an advocate in the company that's on your side. So great suggestion. Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
I live in Pittsburgh, and we have TRASA, the Three Rivers Advertising Specialty Association.
Yes.
Our regional association, so there's about 29, 28 associations throughout the country. I like to use a lot of suppliers that come and set up and display at our show, because that shows they're supporting our region. And I've been a member of their association for years and served on the board. And it's a good relationship because you get to know the reps.
Right, you know what? That's a very good point. Who is coming to your regional association? You may want to do business with suppliers that are located close to your area. It can save you a little bit on shipping. And who comes and sets up displays there, and you get to know them. So I think that's a great point. Thanks so much for sharing that. But this is really, really important. Okay, let's move on to the next one. And that is to reach out to alliance partners. This is a great way to grow your business. I'm not a believer in cold calls at all. I think they are the least effective way to get business in our economy. Why? What happens is that caller ID, people see who it is and they just don't pick up the phone, or they have a gatekeeper that screens it out. So if you set up alliances with complementary businesses that serve the same target market but are not direct competitors, you can really do well. Does anybody have a strategic alliance set up at this time with another company? What kind of company do you have it set up with, Susan?
An event planner.
Okay, great. And Susan says she has an alliance set up with an event planner. And how does that work for you? How did that happen?
We met at a networking event, and she needed one particular product for one particular client, and we just set up a whole alliance back and forth.
That's
We refer
great.
each other.
That's great. So event planners can be fabulous alliance partners for people in the promotional products industry, because if they're planning an event, chances are they are going to need some promotional items. You don't have to do the sale. They've already done the sale. All you have to do is supply the item. So event planners can be great. Graphic designers can be great alliance partners for you, because chances are if somebody needs a logo, they're going to need a promotional item to put that logo on if they're redesigning their logo. Other sales professionals, for years, one of my closest friends worked for the 3M company, and every time she called on a customer, if she saw promotional items on their desk, or if she thought they were a good prospect for promotional items, she would say to them, I have a close friend who is in the promotional industry. Would it be okay if she called you? So it wasn't a cold call, because my friend Kathy had already introduced me. And I would call and give my friend's name, and they would take my call, and I got business that way.